financial transparency. In other words, our members need to know where every dime of our union goes to. This has been brought to my attention several times. You can look up state employees and their salaries on the internet. But yet, when it comes to the transparency of our union, you cannot find the salaries of the staff or those on union leave. They have a tendency, well, first, when I discussed the Form 990 from 2010, I have not seen a Form 990 since then. So I can only go back to that form filed with IRS. It appears that they didn't fill out the form correctly. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe Yvonne Walker or someone from staff will email me and say, we filled the form out correctly. The bottom line is, it's an appearance of fraud. It's an appearance that they don't want you to know where all the money is being spent. That's the simplest way I can say this. With the election, if I become SEIU Local 1000 president, that won't happen. It will be total financial transparency. And so someone has asked me, well, suppose they try to fight you on this. You become the president and they don't allow you to do that. Well, then I will communicate that through our union website. And I will tell you the reasons why I cannot do that and why they're fighting me, whoever they are. We can use our union website to define all the financial matters of the union, as well as the due pay and membership, as well as the fair share payers, as well as the non-germane. We won't have to guess how many due pay and members or how much non-germanes their percentages are. Which leads us to the next question. With this upcoming election, if you won't answer the questions on the financial matters of the union, then it raises the other question. Jackie, how can we even trust that the election will be done correctly? Will they be transparent in the voting for the new leadership?
Well, Richard, we can't trust that because my current information that I've just received is Yvonne is putting members on union leave to campaign for her, which is a violation of our policy file.
All right. So I'm going to maintain my level of professionalism. I'm going to smile. And we're just going to continue to ask these questions. Everything I'm asking, I'm willing to show the proof. I'll show you my pay stub. I can show you my voting record from 2012. I can show you where I voted against the side letter agreement. We must show transparency. And you must be able to say, here are the answers. And if you cannot answer these questions, this is why you should not be re-elected, Yvonne Walker. And if the other people who are running for office, if you stay there for transparency, pull out your voting record, pull out your pay stubs, pull out your tax returns. But I don't think you'll do it. In fact, I know you won't do it because you have something to hide. Yes, I've said it. You're accusing Yvonne Walker of hiding and doing things wrongly, but you need to take a look at yourself and say, how are you different than that? I don't think you can. And I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I stand behind these comments. And what is today's date? April the 4th?
Yes.
Okay. I'm issuing a challenge again to you. Let's sit down and let's have an open forum with the whole audience. Let's invite the media. Let's invite, what's the man from Sacramento Bee?
John Ortiz.
Yeah, invite him. Invite all the media so we can eliminate the perception of fraud and wasteful abuse of our union. That's why people like myself and Jackie, this is what makes us unique. We're not like the other candidates that are just running around, handing out flyers, telling you that they're going to be this new change. This is just empty words with no actions. Thank you very much. I'm Richard Lewis Brown.
And I like to challenge the members because you have a responsibility in this election just as much as Richard and I. And that is that if you see a union leaver at your work site during working hours campaigning for Yvonne, you should challenge them and ask them who's paying for that meeting. Because that should be coming out of Yvonne's money and not out of your union dues. So be accountable and for all of us to be accountable. And for the members, that if they're at your work site and you see this video, I would like for you to ask whoever the union leader is or the rep, who's paying for this? Where does this money come from? Because we all have a responsibility to watch our money. I'm Jacqueline McCollum, and you can find me at JacquelineMcCollum.com. Thank you.
And I'm Richard Lewis Brown. You can find me at Richard Lewis Brown for SEIUpresident.com. Have a great day.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jacqueline McCollum here with Richard Lewis Brown. We're back. And for this segment, we'd like to talk about the money and term limits. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Richard Lewis Brown.
Okay, we'll make this very brief. We stated in the last segment about the tax returns. It has been brought to my attention, now that I think about it, the President of the United States has to show their tax returns. So let me issue this challenge to the others that are running for statewide office, particularly the presidents running for president. Let us sit down and show our tax returns over the last several years so that our members will know exactly how much money we're making and that we're putting our members' interests in front of our own. Now, the term limits. As we know, there are term limits on the President in the United States. You may not know, but in 1990 we established term limits for the state government for California. So, part of our 21 dynamic changes, we stated we want term limits. 2 terms at the max. Therefore, we have the courage, the integrity, and the vision to lead our union to make it 100% due-paying membership. But first, we have to discuss the money and the term limits. So the challenge has been issued once again. Let's show our tax returns, and let's establish term limits. Thank you. I'm Richard Lewis Brown.
And I'm Jacqueline McCollum. Everyone have a happy Easter. Thank you.